Kablow. So earlier we were talking about these Die Antwoord folks. Okay, the fentanyl ferret and the nigga with no fade, bruh. Yeah, we going back. We going back in on them, bruh. Because I just couldn't let up on this topic, bruh. So, that being said, if you didn't see the video earlier, we were tapping in on this South African group, Die Antwoord. These niggas is all out of control, bruh. Like, I don't know what happens in South Africa. I couldn't tell you. Only South African nigga I know is Elon Musk. But they worse than Elon Musk. So, if you allow me, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some more deets on these niggas, bruh. And we gonna go ahead and go over some of these Reddit posts that I seen as well, because they were actually very loved for their time. Niggas fucked with them heavy in the Tumblr era, that 2010s, okay, that 2015, like, yeah, these niggas was all over the place, bruh. And they were beefing with Lady Gaga, they was beefing with Eminem. Like, how you beef with two of the most famous American, you know, I'm not even gonna go there right now. Not only that, but they were doing SAs, bro. Like, these are South Africans and they were doing SAs, okay? They were doing SAs all over the place. Like, don't even get me started on how they touched one of the gods of this shit, bro. Like, Detroit legend Danny Brown got a story of how he got sexually assaulted by Ninja of Die Antwoord. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that video just off jumps. Boom.
Yeah.
With a fan?
No, Die Antwoord.
What? Oh, really?
Yeah. Ninja.
You guys went out?
No, the nigga was sitting on my lap trying to make out with me.
What?
And it freaked me out. Yeah, it did.
Where were you?
You hear the nigga laughing in the background. This shit uncomfortable, bruh. I was laughing at it too, but it makes me uncomfortable, so that's why I'm laughing at it. This shit ain't funny. Alright, let's keep it a bean. This shit ain't funny. We got these South African niggas doing SA.
Paris!
But I mean, where in Paris?
In a nightclub. I played a show, and then my DJ.
Look at this no fade having ass nigga, bruh. Like, they look like some tweakers, bruh. I hate to say it, but in 2026, you kind of got to take people at face value. You feel me? I'm not saying stereotype per se, but if people that look like this ran up to you on the club, or you ran into two of these niggas in a back alley, would you trust them? Like, come on, let's keep it a minute. Would you trust them?
My DJ had an after party that he played. Yeah, this nigga. And he tried to put it on you with Yolandi. Like, you know what I'm saying? My bitch right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was a single experimenting man at the time, but he was too aggressive. The nigga, bro. So I was like, he sat on my lap and started like trying to kiss me and shit and doing weird shit. I'm like, man, you tripping. And then everybody looking at me like, so I'm like, fuck. And then I just got stressed out and I got drunk as fuck. And then I tried to walk down these stairs at the club and I fell down them.
Oh, no.
And then my clothes were all dirty. I was wearing all white.
This motherfucker right here?
Yeah. Ninja tried to fuck me. I'm sorry. I guess.
This nigga a rapist, bruh. I'm telling you, these SAs are doing SA all over the place. And they got this woman from Australia over here. Y'all can't see her face for real, but we got information about her as well. This Aussie rapper that they SA.
And I was scared.
Damn.
In Paris. So I think maybe.
That's quite a look he has.
They've been getting canceled a lot lately.
Well, yeah, I see the allegations of a hate crime is one of
they've been doing a lot of weird shit, but he always throw Yolandi on you. I think that's how he been fucking niggas.
Yeah.
He be getting niggas throwing her on up. God damn it. Why is we talking about that?
Are they a couple?
Fuck them, though. Fuck them. I could have canceled cuz. Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
You
I was sexually assaulted by Ninja.
Danny Brown should have ended Ninja all the way back then, bruh, because they were doing essays. They still out here doing crazy shit to get them canceled. Imagine if Danny Brown would have ended this nigga back then, bruh. That would have saved the world from a lot of heartache from these South African niggas out here doing SA. Niggas think shit's sweet.
I stand by that. He know I ain't lying. Yeah. Mad niggas can, but yeah, I remember getting drunk as fuck, falling down some, because I was just like, I think my brain was rattled. What's because happening? I really do like Yolandi. I'm like, man. So I was rattled about my situation. Like, man, should I really try this? I mean, it might be a story. It might be a good thing. I mean, you know, sometimes I do shit for the story, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to see this nigga naked. I don't want to be in a room.
Yeah.
With this nigga. No, I definitely don't.
Imagine what this smell like, bruh. Imagine what the fuck this smell like. Nah, and he gonna try to throw Yolandi in here like she's some type of catch. This is Gollum, nigga. She ain't no catch.
I don't want to be in a room with this
This is
nigga
Gollum.
naked. No time, unless it's prison. And we going through going through registry. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to.
That's the only way me and this nigga being naked together, dog. And I really thought about, but I got so mad because like, man, I do want to.
Where's he from?
South Africa.
This is South African, dude. Watkin Tudor Jones.
But shouts out to Die Antwoord.
Okay.
No, don't shout them out.
Big shouts.
I could have me too that nigga, man.
Yeah. Big shout out to the guy that tried to assault me.
Bro. And you know the fucked up part? You know, this is the fucked up part. He hit me up. Because, you know, Diane or whatever, I was playing the show in Paris. He hit me up in the DMs like, yo, I'm going to come to your show. Whatever. And I'm like, man, you want me to put you on a list? He's like, don't worry about it. I'll find you. And I'm like, okay. That was weird. That was like one red flag.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing my show, and the crowd, he crowd surfed to the stage to me. Like, I didn't never see him or nothing. Next thing I know, I just see a person just being crowd, and it was him. And he crowd surfed to the stage. I'm like,
He got on stage.
that was a cool ass entrance. I'm
Okay.
like, this nigga lit. And so it was like, whatever, boom. And he's like, man, we got this party, whatever. Come to this party. Whatever. I'm like, all right. I go to the party and shit. Soon we get to the party, this nigga sit on my lap and start kissing on my neck and shit. I'm like,
Hell
like
nah.
you, that would have been a fight. It should have been a fight. But I'm in Paris.
Yeah.
Who want to be in a Parisian jail? Motherfucker speaking French like, nigga. You know what jail is like for me in Paris? It's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
Like, so I'm
Crazy.
I'm shell shocked. Like, this nigga is he doing this?
That's-
And then I'm looking at my DJ and the look on his face is like horrified. He's like. And then, but it looked like I'm down with it. So he's like, nigga, so it's like he's trying to like mind his own business. But I'm like, nigga, cause I ain't want to push the nigga, like throw the nigga up off me type shit. But I'm like, nigga, I ain't really like that. But like, man, you know me, you know, we got, and guess what he said again? I was like, man, he's like, what hotel you staying at? Whatever the fuck. I'm like, man, I don't know. Don't worry, I'll find you.
He said that
it again in my face. He said it in the D.
You gonna have to cut a nigga for doing some shit like that. You gonna have to chef man down, bruh. You said, nigga.
And then he said it again in my face. That's what started making me pound drinks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I might have to stab this nigga tonight.
Yeah.
Because this nigga knock on my hotel room door, bro. I'm stabbing the shit, and it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a thing.
Danny Brown almost got a body check. So yeah, this fentanyl ferret and this nigga with no fade from South Africa they've been up on the SAs, bruh. And man, let's see what the comment section's saying. So they said, bro, Danny seemed like such a cool ass dude. This fucked all the shit he got to deal with. Facts. Let's see. Poor Danny, man. Everybody think just because his public persona, they're entitled to a piece of him. Story like this make you understand why he made the downward spiral. I mean, I get that. Black bodies are inherently sexualized, and the men are for others' leisure. I'm not a fan of famous rappers, and I've got a story. Hey, man, like, they're sexual predators. Like, let's not even try to chalk it up to some extra shit. These niggas are sexual predators. They don't care what race you are, bro. But yeah, they on some SA kicks. And not only that, they adopted a kid, bruh. These niggas is parents of multiple children that they adopted. And they adopted a kid that had like medical conditions, like some type of skin condition, just to exploit the nigga, bruh. Like just to put him in music videos. So essentially create a circus type shit. So this video kind of goes into some of the abuse. I haven't watched it yet, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. This is We Speak English Good, Die Antwoord, Abuse, SA, and Racism Deep Dive. Let's get into it.
And
by the way, we do have the link pinned up there. If y'all want to submit music, that's the Discord. We'll check out your music, you feel me? I'll take a break from this shit. We'll pull the music up. So yeah, submit your music, preferably music videos, okay? I don't want just a SoundCloud link with... Like, what can I do with that? So, like, some visuals would be nice, you feel me? But let's get into it.
So let's go into this. The adopted son of controversial rap rave group Die Antwoord has made sensational claims of child abuse against his foster parents, including the exposure to pornography, violence, and rituals.
They doing
odd to me.
Illuminati rituals.
Now 20 years old, destitute, and back in the poor Vredredorp neighborhood in Johannesburg, where Waddy Jones, Ninja, and Henri du Toit, Ilonda Visser picked me up from school in 2010 at the age of 9. Gabriel Toki du Perez has spilled the beans about their sordid childhood and with the international music stars. They made me feel like I was actually a slave. They adopted me to be a slave. They made me feel like I wasn't really being loved. Du Perez told News 24 this week after an explosive 44-minute with Die Antwoord's former filmmaker and secret artist Ben J. Crossman was released on YouTube. Jones and Du Toit took Du Perez and his minor sister to a private clinic to have their blood drawn, supposedly be used in rituals.
They're doing Illuminati rituals with this little boy. So yeah, this little boy here, and they took him and his sister from his family. Mind you, he had an older brother. So they didn't split up the family. Like, you know, when you got some pit bulls and you got some pups, they didn't split the pups. You feel me? So they got this little boy, and they using him not only as a circus, but also Illuminati rituals. And then we're going to come to learn later, they also use this nigga in gang threats. All right? You got a problem with Die Antwoord, you got a problem with this little nigga too. So they was using him for gang threats, intimidations, all types of weirdo behavior.
Du Perez saw Jones carrying small bottles of blood. That's weird. That's weird. Jones showed Du Perez a pornographic video clip sent to him by a former girlfriend on his cell phone when Du Perez was 11 years old and in his custody. That's a little strange. Du Perez stabbed his older brother with a knife in Die Antwoord's Parkhurst, Johannesburg home. Jones and Du Toit congratulated him, and he emulated the scene using children in 2019 music video.
Yeah. So this kid come from a pretty messed up background. He don't know conflict resolution, bruh. And Die Antwoord, his parents, they never taught him any type of conflict resolution. Instead, they taught him, if somebody hit you, you stab them. And then they congratulated the little nigga when he did it. You feel me? So they were raising a crash out.
It's fucked up. Jones encouraged Du Perez's minor sister, who until recently still visited them at their Cape Town mansion, to undress before them and join them naked in the sauna with other naked adults. The girl now refuses to see her foster parents. That's a little weird. In response to the detailed list of accusations against him, Die Antwoord's only response through their agent in Berlin, Die Antwoord don't agree with Toki's statements. That's the only thing that he has to say. Yeah, oh no, sucks to hear this. You'll get the next awesome job. The hood is pretty calm. Oh, that's nice. I was rooting for those guys in a long time ago. Yeah, back in like 2012. Yeah. Butterfly came out 2009. Dude, Reach Beach. I'm a Reach Beach. That shit's tight. Super dope. Ninja, the most corniest song ever, but it's still pretty good. But then again, there's pretty easy to hang a rap. Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you, chat. The music not good either. Like, the music is not good at all. The music trash. All right. Decent artistic direction is like some Tumblr type shit. But nah, the music.
They adopted Du Perez and his minor sister, now 14, under foster parenting agreements, and had used them as actors and props in a number of their successful shows, albums, videos like I Think You Freaky and Ugly Boy. They also paid another poor family in Johannesburg to use their 12-year-old son in their projects and had one biological daughter of their own. At various times over the past decades, all four children had shared homes with Jones and Du Toit in Cape Town and Johannesburg. Du Perez also lived with them in Los Angeles for a few months, but returned to South Africa as he was missing his biological family. Jones and Dutoit had previously been accused of appropriating different South African cultures for their success, but this was the first time a foster child had spoken out about their alleged exploitative and abusive behavior towards their adopted kids. They made me believe I was the devil, Du Perez, who suffered from a rare skin disease called
Ectodermal dysplasia.
Ectodermal dysplasia.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that shit.
You got it.
Guys.
You got it.
Told Crossman in the video interview. Included the video is a clip of Du Perez, then 9 and 10 years old, floating in a pool, lie low, telling the camera, "Come to Yolanda's house. I will fucking burn you in hell. I will burn your face on the stove." That's tight. You missed the messages above. What messages? I didn't get the dope. Oh no, Bon, no! I'm so sorry. So sorry to hear that. That sucks, bro. I'm sorry. Seriously, I feel bad, but I still can't help listening to Rich Bitch. It's too good.
Yes,
Man, I love those songs. They still get me so hyped, but it also makes me sick. Why do they gotta be such bad people? Yeah, I don't know. And again, these are all allegations. I mean, I know it's pretty common. You know, there's a lot of allegations, but I don't know. Let's jump into this video for a little bit and see.
It's not just allegations, chat. These niggas are not good. They not cool people, and they got a lot of fans that are, you know. You're gonna have to separate the artists from the music with a lot of these people, bruh. Like, it's okay that terrible people make good music. It's okay. In this instance, the music trash. But like the XXXTentacion thing, like terrible people make good music all the time, bro.
What's going on here? And let's see.
Years that I've been groomed by Ninja and Yolandi. I wanted to come forward to let everyone know actually what happened to me and that everything that actually did happen in my life. I want to live my future like who I really am. So yeah, that's what.
So, tell me, sort of from the beginning, how you met Ninja and Yolandi, how this all started, how you got adopted by them, how you ended up living with them, and what happened to you. So basically, I'm giving you the floor, and you can just tell everyone your story.
Good luck, my friend.
So you remember like the first time I ever done like any music videos or any videos and that? I met you before, like I met Die Antwoord and that. We done some videos. I think the one video we did was called the Devil Boys. We did, and that was pretty epic video. And then from there I was like, oh cool, like I can one day become an actor, you know, follow my dream. And then like through you I met Ninja and Yolandi and them, and then I was on the way from school actually, and then like Ninja and Yolandi and them came with a black Subaru. Zan and them was also there, like they pulled up. I was close to the police station by my house. Then they're like, hey man, Toki, don't you want to get into the car, like your mother told us you can go? And then I was like, no, whoa, wait, like my mother didn't say anything. Like my mother told me I'm not allowed to get in the car with a stranger or anything. So I want to go to my mother, and then from there, my mother can say I can go. And then from there, I walked to my house with my best friend who lives up the road. So I came home, and then my mother was like, oh, these people wants to adopt you and what, they want to go make videos and that. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll go, what. And then my mother said it was going to be a good experience for me. It's going to be better for me and what. So I went.
And what?
Then I also thought it was good. But then after a while, I found out to say they were actually just grooming me. And then, yeah, using me as a prop, as everything, like for the clothes, for the merch, for the music videos, and all that. Made me promises that I don't really keep. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things actually going on.
Why do you think they wanted to adopt you and not your brother and not your sister at the time? Why was it you?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, all I know
I
is
know.
to say they wanted to adopt me for some, to make them probably more famous. Or
Get that
famous
moisture
because,
going,
like,
girl.
they're like, oh, Checkers boy is probably from the hood. No one's like him, you know. I think you freaky video. Like that, like after I watched that video like a few times and I showed my mom before she passed away, my mother was like, hey, they're actually using you as like the freaky, like, you know, like that's why they make the freaky videos because of you. And I was like, oh.
So he's just saying that they were using him as a prop. They were using him as someone because he looked strange. He looks a little odd. He looks a little different, which that has to suck. That has to suck as a young boy. Don't worry, something better's coming up. Yeah, for sure, Bon. You'll get something better. The travel agent thing. I mean, you just gotta bite the bullet for a couple more days or a couple more months or weeks. I don't know. You'll definitely find something better.
So this is some stuff that's going on in South Africa, chat. Like, these people really took this little boy from his family. I'm just trying to feed my little boy. They sent this little nigga off to a mansion in South Africa, and they was putting him in music videos, just basically exploiting him for his ectodermal look. You feel me? Because he's got this condition, this skin condition, and it affects his skin, his teeth, his eyes, all of that. And yeah, they basically had little mans in a circus, and I'm here to say that the shit worked. The shit clearly worked. All right, that's the fucked up part about it. Like, all this demonic shit that they was doing, all these rituals, the shit worked. So I hate to say it, they was on to some shit, but the music ass, bruh.
I always thought that was a paid actor. How fucking sick. That is kind of sick. That is kind of sick that they would get this little kid.
You can take things in your own hands.
Oh shit, they're spray painting a dog.
Because it made me
That's fucked
believe that
up.
I'm the devil. So I was like,
I told you they were using him as a hitter too. So you got any problems with Ninja or Yolandi? You got problems with this little nigga too. They were teaching him to say all types of demonic shit. Anytime Ninja had a issue with somebody, they put this little nigga on the phone. He would say all types of demonic shit, saying he's gonna burn them off the stove type shit. Yeah, man, they turned him into a menace for real. They really groomed this little boy.
Get this little kid.
you can take things in your own hands.
Oh shit, they're spray painting a dog.
They painted a dog.
Because it
So
made me
that's
believe that
showing
I'm the
us
devil.
right there.
So I
They
was
not
like,
to be fucked with. Lock them up.
Maar hy vuur vlamme. Sien jy my hierso? Ek is op die beach as hy jealous is, nee. Kom na landsy, strek hy so brand ek jou en ek moer jou op. Kom hy, Moffie. Want ek soek net my brandewyn en my val. Andri, sal ek ook kan poes, nee. As ek my kan gaan kry om speed.
When I get my gun, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you. I'm going to call my friend for you.
AK-47, bitch.
AK-47.
Liar.
Fucking fucker. I'm
I'm
telling you, you can hear me. Even if you're in fetus, that shit, I can't read. Fucking, you are all so fucking poor. You must all shit money out of your asses. Jesus. You are ready for tick drugs. This is the end. Fuck you. Cunt. I hate you. Jesus.
then the day I was
They use
actually
that boy as a
sleeping
weapon.
and then like
So they're just having this kid just yelling some shit. It's funny because it has kind of German sound. It's based on Netherlandish too, I think. Yeah. Isn't Die Antwoord? Isn't that like a? Isn't that like Danish or something? Afrikaans. Yeah. Well, you know, in the South Africa, the whole apartheid shit, the whole, you know, imperial takeover. I mean, that shit's wild, man. That shit was really wild. So
Apartheid
it's
is
like
fucked up,
all these white people live in South Africa, and it's like they sort of all these cultures sort of kind of meshed. It's really wild.
Actually, over stupid things we also fought that night when I stabbed him. So like, yeah, so I was sleeping in their house in Parkhurst. So then my brother woke up. He wanted the speaker that I took, like in the earlier day, during the day, and then like he was looking for the speaker. So he came to me. He woke me up. He said like, yeah, he woke me up, and then I got up, and then we started fighting over a speaker and my phone. And then, like, when he punched me, I took out a knife from my pocket and then I stabbed him like 3 times. One in the neck.
You chef man down over a JBL speaker? You just got chef for a JBL speaker, bruh. He on Jay-Z time and stabbing his own brother. That shit crazy.
I think in the ribs or something.
God
I'm not
damn.
sure exactly where. But yeah, and my sister was also there. She saw everything that happened. Like she was there, and when I looked to the door to go out, I saw my sister and a friend that actually stays across the road from my house. So yeah, that kind of messed my whole mind up.
Holy shit. Could you imagine if you like fucking you're just stabbing, you're just gonna stab somebody over a fucking speaker, like your own family? Well, quote unquote family. Wow, that's wild.
Did your brother go to hospital?
Yes, he actually, like, after I stabbed him, I actually pressed the alarm, the security alarm, like to let the paramedics come, the security and police, everything responds at once. So I pressed the response button, then I couldn't open the gate because as soon as the response button goes off and I opened the gate, my brother was going to be able to run faster out with me. So I closed the door behind me after pressing the alarm. Securities came, how the ambulance happened. Like for me, it's like I almost killed my own brother, but I also saved his life. But yeah, but he could have been dead.
You had to get electrocuted to jump over the fence to get away. But when you were after this whole situation, what did Ninja Nulandi say?
They congratulated me. They're like, hey, good job, man. I didn't actually know you were going to be a man, like, do this shit and all that. Like, I didn't actually expect you to stab your brother. Like, wow, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Oh my god. Good job, son. Way to stab your fucking brother.
They raised him a little crash out, bro. They groomed him to be a crash out specifically. Like, that's not cool, bro.
That's what they call a real savage. Yo. And then Ninja is like, yo, do this. Yeah, Papacito. Thank you so much for hanging out, my friend. And enjoy your lurk, my friend. We're just going to be going over these psychos. These fucking freaks. Jesus Christ.
Shook my hand for it. Like, yeah, take your hand, man. Or shake your hand for it. Yeah, they probably thought I was going to feel good about it. Like, congratulating me. Like, I felt like, oh, so every time I do bad now, and I'm gonna congratulate me like, oh, he's being bad. Like, in my mom's eyes, like, taking out the internal bleeding, the blood from internal bleeding.
Jesus.
That like hurt me. I like started crying. I just left immediately. I didn't even say hi. I didn't even say anything. I just turned around and I left. I was like broken for days. Even here I am still sitting. I still dream about it. I still see it now and then. I can't get rid of it. Like, it's haunting. Car and whatever, where I'm actually living in my own hometown in my house.
Dude, I saw in the DA family reunion video when Ninja Nulandi saw you last 2 years ago, they were giving you money and they were telling you that they're going to love you forever and no matter what happens they'll be there for you. But you said you haven't seen them for 2 years. Tell me about that interview. What happened afterwards? What was happening the last time you saw them?
Okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning before the interview. So I had a 3,000 rand on me. So I asked Ninja and Nulandi like, hey, can't you guys help me like with a 5,000 rand? I want to go do like a welding course.
$500.
And like they're like, hey man, don't ask me for money and all that. And then like you have to be there by Johan and Anna's house for on this day and that day. I can't remember exactly what date it was, but then I went there. They came. I had a family reunion, and then Ninja is like, after like 3 months. So after 3 months, that $3,000 I had to use it for like food and everything, like to stay alive, you know. Because if I had a full 8,000 rand, I could have like paid already for my 4 months advance. So be like advanced to be like welding for 4 months out ahead. So yeah, that happened. And then after that, to the interview, they're like, hey, I got you this 5,000 rand. And then they gave me the 5,000 rand. They told me, like, okay, you can take this 5,000 rand. Don't ever ask me again for money. I'm gonna give you the fishing rod. You know the fishing rod story that Ninja always says. So yeah, he gave me the whole fishing rod speech. Like, hey, yes.
I think the fishing rod thing is like, you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eats for the rest of his life. I think that's what they're trying to say. But I think it's really weird that they're going to fucking adopt this poor ass kid and then exploit him like that and, you know, make millions off of merchandise and all the video views and help them propel them into international fame, and then just be like, look, you're on your own, bitch, you know, like, thanks, but go fuck yourself. It's not too far from the lifestyle that they presented from their own music videos. No, it doesn't. They're fucking weirdos, but that's what was so intriguing about them. And I don't know, there's just something so hot about Yolanda. Like, I don't know, like her fucking
Gross.
just there's something that was just like super sexy about her, but it was sick, man.
Nigga,
It's a
weird.
fishing rod, you know, you have to learn how to fish, whatever. And actually, I bet you if I have to give him a real fishing rod, he won't be able to go fishing a dam. So I'm not sure about that. But anyway, then after the interview, like, he took me to the side. He was like, dude, if you ever threaten me or you fuck with my family or whatever, I'm gonna like fucking hurt you myself. I'll like get you killed or whatever. Like, don't ever fuck with me or my family.
Ninja said that to you?
Yep, that's what he said to me, like off the scene, off the camera. So yeah.
I'm sorry to hear this, dude. I'm really sorry to hear this.
Yeah.
Before I speak about your sister and her situation and stuff, I want to know a little bit about any times you were in danger and...
So the ones I was in there, I was by Parkhurst, by the
Giving him $500 in the end and feeling even better than that. Yeah, no, but I don't even understand. Like, it didn't seem like he was threatening anybody or asking for too much. The dude's just like, yo, I want to take a welding class, so I can better myself and get through life. You know, they came in and just sort of plucked him out of his existence and then threw him in this crazy lifestyle. I mean, it seems like he could come off a little more than $500, you know.
house there, my sister and everyone, but they all left. Like, no one was there. I was basically like home alone. So I was like, oh, like, somebody go actually check what's happening, like, because the maid was cleaning there, and then the maid came to me. She was like, hey man, do you know what's in this boxes in here? So Shivandi says we're not allowed to take out these boxes and whatever. And I told her to clean like the whole house. So then all of a sudden, like, as soon as the maid went out, I took the boxes out. When I lifted up the one box, like, the whole black magic voodoo shit came out. Like, they felt like a rabbit's foot. I think it was a wolf's foot or whatever. Fell out there. There was like a voodoo doll.
So they're doing African magic, bruh. I told you they're doing some Illuminati shit, and it's working. Like, it worked. It clearly worked. In between the imagery, the sacrifices, the rituals, the shit clearly worked because they had hella fans, like millions of views, but the music was trash. So it do go to show you that to some extent, some of that shit do work, bruh. Like the rituals, the African magic, the Skrilla 6-7 type shit do be working. So it's dark, but it is what it is. You feel me? Now something also that is what it is. For a minute, I still can't control how y'all get ass in this motherfucker, bro. Y'all got hit with another ad break. I think that's 2 ad breaks, and it's only been streaming for 40 minutes, so I can't control what the fuck Twitch be doing, bro. That being said, I have removed the followers only chat. I have removed the 10-minute shit too. All right, so round of applause to the followers, to the chatters. Y'all can chat more. Y'all can drop music. Let's go. Now I had to turn on that followers only chat because I was getting spammed, and I had to think about it. I had that shit on for like 8 months, but it's been cool. It's been cool. I ain't gonna hold you. The chat has been cool, but yeah, we gonna turn it off now. We gonna see how y'all fare. Don't make me turn that shit back on though. Don't make me turn that shit back on.
There's a small bottle of blood.
All right, let's get back into this. So he said these niggas doing rituals. These niggas doing Illuminati shit. He found the voodoo box with all that shit in there. It was like a crow's foot. And man, this nigga got a crush on Yolandi, bro. This streamer here, that shit's sick, bro. I told you she looked like a fucking golem. Like, she's not to be trusted. Look at this. Look what's going on in this scene. Look at this, bro. This man's chained down on this bed. She's drawing a pentagram on his chest. Is this not some type of ritual? Is she not sacrificing this man? So not only were they doing regular rituals, but they're also doing sex magic too. All right. That's too much for me. That's too much for me, bro.
Like the whole black magic voodoo shit came out. Like they found like a rabbit's foot. I think it was a wolf's foot or whatever. Found out there. There was
Jesus.
like a voodoo doll. There was a small bottle of blood and all that in there.
I mean, they already says that they got blood, you know, they took his blood for rituals and shit, so they must be into some weird shit, man. They have to be into some weird shit.
Facts.
What else we got going on here? I mean, it just goes on and on, my God.
Story about me, that incident where Ninja and him said he's 12-year-old or 13-year-old.
Like I told you, man, they was raised in a crash out, bruh. They got him with the Call of Duty joints, the commando.
Son went into the restaurant with a paintball gun and robbed everyone inside the restaurant.
Oh, they sent him in with a gun to rob niggas, bruh. They could have lit him up for this.
Some weird
They could imagine. So they really did raise a crash out, bro. They sent him in to rob people too.
Shit, man. They have to be into some weird shit.
Wow.
What else we got going on here? I mean, it just goes on and on, my God.
Story about me, that incident where Ninja and him said his 12-year-old or 13-year-old son went into the restaurant with a paintball gun and robbed everyone inside the restaurant.
So it's supposed to look like a real gun, but it's a paintball gun. Okay.
So actually, I went there to the restaurant without the paintball gun. I went to the restaurant. I went to order pizza and that. I went home. I told Ninja to say it's gonna be like 20 minutes or so. Ninja's like, hey man, why don't you take off the gas, the pipe or the gas for the paintball gun, and then you take your gun to the shop, to the restaurant to go fetch your pizza, because since you already paid for it. So I was like, okay, cool man, I'll do that. And then I took my paintball gun, and then as soon as I walked into the restaurant, the people are like ducking and diving, jumping everywhere. So like I was actually gonna rob them, and then I was like, hey man, I'm actually just here to pick up the pizza.
Jesus.
And then when I went home, there was like 7 security cars outside my house looking for me and looking for the gun. Be like, hey man, this light here has a big rifle, like an assaulted rifle here. So yeah.
They're using this little nigga for their own personal entertainment, bruh. Like, they putting him on licks. They using him to be a little crash out. Man, these people are sick, bruh.
And they actually laughed about it. They're like, hey, that's actually pretty funny. When I did all that, I feel much better. Like, I can even relax, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah. Nice one, bro.
The living shit out of me, to be honest. Like, I don't actually know what to do then, because I know I can't leave. Like, if I can leave properly, I'm not sure what's their plans. Like, what would they have done? Like, if I had to leave at that age, like, I had to leave, you know. And then I told my mother that story. My mother's like, ah, that's messed up. But anyway, I bet you that won't happen again and whatever. Just go back, it will be better for you. So I listened to my mom. I went back. I told her it's going to be better. But then it actually got worse. Like every time when I got drunk, I saw Yolandi like 3-4 times naked the same way.
That's supposed to be his mom's.
Yeah, it's quite hectic. Basically, if we were in the house, I felt a little bit scared. I was like, hey, what is this people plan? Like, you know, once they're like, hey, I'm quickly gonna go in the room. Then they talk and then they call me into the room. Then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm probably in trouble or whatever. Then I'm not in trouble and they're just asking me for like random shit. Like roll me a train there or do this or do that. Like I knew how to roll a train that time.
Yeah. What did they ever give you drugs?
No, they never gave me drugs. They only gave me like, I don't count mushrooms as drugs and weed.
What?
That's it.
They gave the little nigga mushrooms too. So yeah, earlier we were talking about the artist, the Australian artist that they essayed. They gave her mushrooms too, and this man Ninja sexually assaulted her, like raped her, and like I don't know how to say this PG like, but he exploded inside of her chat. So these people are sick. They're doing sex magic. They're doing all types of rituals. They're giving kids mushrooms. They're making this little nigga roll up for them. He's basically their little slave, bruh.
You don't count mushrooms or weed as drugs. Those are fucking powerful drugs. They could be the R. Kelly of South Africa, right? Jesus,
Man.
Asshats.
They on some different shit, bruh.
How funny. Go,
some different
little
shit.
stupid boy, and put yourself in serious danger. Yeah, for real. I wonder why they adopted him. Probably because he looked weird, and they could use him to their advantage. If they just wanted to take advantage of him, they could have just let him hang out and not be a parental figure. I don't know. That is weird. Maybe they just thought they were... I don't know.
Yeah, the adoption thing is taking it a little too far, and that's what brings it into diddler categories. Is this Ninja dude worse than Diddy, chat? He's gearing up to be worse than Diddy. I'm sure there's things that's not even out about Ninja that we don't know about yet, but this man is definitely on some freaky frog activities, and I think he need to be locked up just like the diddler.
No, if you have somebody and you have them under your... I mean, it seems like grooming is what it seems like. They were looking for someone to groom and to just, have like a little pet to bring out. Yeah, power. They were playing Punks, the South African edition. Yeah, their version of Punks is fucking is a little bit more fucking savage than ours, man.
That's all they gave me, But there was a lot of people around me that was using drugs. Of one of like all the gangsters that were involved with, they all used drugs. Like next to me, around me. Some of them would go around the corner, would sit in the toilet and smoke. But some of them would like smoke right here by me, like right here,
You're talking about that Krenak.
And tell me about the movie and...
Also, before that movie, Ninja and him sent us onto like a boot camp, like a weapons training camp and all that.
What the
For like, I think it was a month or so, a month and a half. We shot all the types of guns, grenade launchers, MRGs, everything.
They turned him into a child rebel soldier, Chad.
All the guns you can get.
They turned this little nigga into a child rebel soldier. Hold on, run it back.
the movie and...
Also, before that movie, Ninja and him sent us onto like a boot camp, like a weapons training camp and all that.
What the
For like, I think it was a month or so, a month and a half. We shot all the types of guns, grenade launchers, MRGs, everything you can think of, all the guns you can get. We shot like every one of them.
Damn.
Me, my brother, half of the gangsters that was there, that was in the movie, all of us, that was literally before the...
Name, Anis, the weapons expert, no less.
To kill someone, it's like...
Become a gang member.
Unregistered firearms. There are 5 million such weapons throughout the whole...
And did you know Anis?
Yes, I knew Anis. Anis was like my friend, you know. He was like the only gangster there I could have trusted in my life. Like he always came to Fitas. Like he came to Fitas, we chilled in Fitas, chilled out in Fitas. I went to his neighborhood there in Mitchell's Plain. We chilled in Mitchell's Plain a lot of times. He even made me shoot a few times with his gun and that.
Unregistered firearms. There are 5 million such weapons throughout the whole of South Africa. On average, 10% of the population own one. This rises to almost 100% in the no-go zone.
No go.
But it was cool.
Never
gangster.
trust
But
the anus
also,
with my
like, I knew
life.
to say my life is in trouble. Like I'm putting myself at a big risk of becoming a gang member if I have to become a gang member or whatever.
We're out to kill him.
That's Americans, girl. That's right.
Made me call a lot of people like from overseas and all that. Be like, hey man, just call this person and then just be like swearing at him, you know. Like be like, hey, I'm the devil, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna kill you, whatever, like shit like that. So I did shit like that all over, like with everyone, even some mugs. Mugs was also one of them that I actually prank called, you know.
So yeah, this is when they were getting this little boy to prank call people, bruh. Sending death threats, gang threats. They basically used him as his asset and a little hitter. And it sounds like he actually knew how to shoot too. That's the craziest part about this. At first it was all fun and games, death threats. But no, they really sent him off to a child rebel soldier camp and gave him RPGs, grenades. Yeah, they gave him the real shit. So it might sound like funny at first, but no, they was really training this nigga to be a crash out, bro. Like they was giving him all the tools that he needed to be a full-fledged crash out on some motherfucking sleeper cell shit. You just say the secret word, he don't go.
Really? And did so they knew the people you were prank calling, and you were.
They knew every single person I was prank calling. They said, I know this person. They think
What the fuck?
How did you know what to
Marilyn
say?
Manson.
They told me.
They told you what to say to the person?
Yeah, they like told me what to say. They're like, hey, you have to say to the person before you phone him, just say you're the devil, you're gonna kill him, you're gonna put him in a hole, you're gonna let the rats eat him and all that shit, you know.
Did you imagine having your fucking kid call this motherfucker and just start talking shit that you're gonna kill him and that you're the devil and you got rats, you're gonna feed them to your rats and shit. Like, I couldn't imagine telling my son, like, listen, son, you're gonna call this son of a bitch. They owe us money, okay? And I need you to fucking tell them you're the devil and you're gonna have your rats eat them. And you know, tell them to fuck off. You're gonna kill them. You're gonna kill their family. You're gonna do the whole shabbat because yeah, that's just what you're doing, son. Go ahead, go on and do it now. Make your daddy proud.
And they also made me make a video like that for my private before even the stabbing happened. Like, they made me do a video like that for my private. So that I also found quite offensive. Like they knew the person.
Are you afraid right now?
Yeah, I'm quite scared because anything can happen.
All right,
Maury,
like we'll do that in a
man,
minute.
whatever, to come here to my house, shoot me or shoot my brother, whatever. You know.
What kind of education did you get?
A kind of violent education, like being like, hey, violent is right, and sleg is recht, you know, like being slobby is right and all that shit. Like basically, sleg is recht.
Sleg is recht means bad is right, right?
Yep.
What's your darkest moment of your childhood?
Darkest moments of my childhood is me seeing, like experiencing everything that I actually did experience. And the worst part that actually got me the most is when like my own adopted parents could like, you know, they even could have like fucking killed me or something, like in that type of manner. Like I was scared for that. That ruined me. Like I was like, hey, am I actually living with like real people because they're not really there? They're like there for now 2 days, 3 days, and they disappear like for a month or so. So what's actually happening? You know?
Yeah. And how did you?
They took him from his parents to adopt him and didn't even parent him, bruh, is what it sounded like. They would just pop in intermittently every couple of months, and it seemed like he was probably taken care of by some type of caretakers around the mansion, which is a far worse fate than him being raised by his real biological parents. Like, sure, you've got access to good food, maybe a little bit better clothes, a little bit of money, but is it all worth it in the grand scheme of things to get exploited for your looks, for your personality, to be groomed, to become a crash out, to be fed drugs, to hang around gang members, to almost become a gang member? I don't know if it's worth it. Chat, what do you guys think? What do you think about this situation? If these were your parents, all right, how would you honor them?
Like, how long were you in America for with them, and how did you like that?
I was touring with them all the shows. They made me like close all the shows and all that. Like all the tours, they like told me to like say maybe example in Skadanks. They like told me like I had to tell the whole Skadanks to be like, hey, fuck Skadanks, you know, it's a fucked up place, whatever. I had to throw in a mic and be like that. But actually, I found the place is amazing, you know.
on drugs and fucking mental.
Bitch, we can all hear you and you suck! Jesus! Bitch!
And then one time I was living, they took me to move to LA, to Los Angeles. So I stayed here for like 3 months, and then I was like, no, I can't stay here, and I know my mother.
Talking to your sister's carers for a few weeks, and they were telling me a lot of information, and they recently told me that Macy, Ninja Nilandi's lawyer, went to Macy's school. They didn't speak to the carers directly, but they want to open Macy a bank account, and they want to take care of Macy still. And then the carers, they cut me off. They don't want to speak to me anymore. How do you feel about that?
I feel really like messed up about that whole situation. Like, it was like the part where they sent the lawyer to my sister's school, like without letting no one know. Like, just pop up there in school and my sister comes walking to a lawyer. Like, be like, okay, tomorrow you have to meet up with me again in the office. Ninja Nilani is going to phone you, you're going to talk about it. And then Ninja Nilani like, hey, I'm going to open your bank account. I'm going to put like 5,000 Rand every month into your bank account and that. So I don't know, I don't like the situation that they're actually doing this. Like, they're trying to groom my sister the same way they groom me.
She's getting 5,000 a month?
Yeah, they say that they're going to give her 5,000 Rand a month.
Because she was getting 1,000 a month, and now she's getting 5,000.
I think also that like the first videos me and you did when we got into contact, like the one with the annual
5,000 Rand to USD to USD. So it's $304, chat. 5,000 Rand, South African dollars, is 304 American dollars, just so we're clear.
Getting exposed and whatever, you know, by their own kids. The one with the 2 videos you put up, even on me and my sister, whatever. Like, I think actually, like, they saw the videos and they're like, oh shit, everything's coming out. Like, all our secrets are coming out. Everything's coming out. We are actually, like, we're actually failing now. We're losing everything. Everything is just disappearing. To Toki, so we have to get something with Toki and his sister. So let's give his sister 5 grand, and we'll work on Toki's side. We'll work on doing whatever we can do with Toki, you know. But I don't want anything to do with that people. Since the last 2 years, they never wanted to do anything with me, so I don't want anything to do with them.
Jesus Christ, man, that is so weird, man. That is so weird that they're doing that. And now there's like trying to pretty much shut him the fuck up. So the filmmaker of this, I Drink the Kool-Aid, J. Crossman, the filmmaker, artist, photographer Ben J. Crossman admitted to introducing Die Antwoord to Toki in 2010 after documenting Vredrop. I don't know how to say that. Toki was playing in the streets with his brother and a few kids. I said hi to them, met Toki's mom, Josie, and took some photos of everyone. Later, I returned and took more pictures of the family and also made some videos. During this time, I was working with Die Antwoord and showed them the pictures. Later, I heard Ninja and Yolanda went to look for Toki and were going to use him in the I Think You Freaky video with artist Roger Balin. Crossman organized a last interview with Duperez, reached out to him and in a bid to restart his career. In the video, Duperez tells Crossman his dreams is to become an actor or a model. Oof. Toki's bravery is contagious. When Toki reached out to me and told me his story, I believed him 100% based on what I had personally witnessed, Crossman said. Duperez said he wasn't allowed to stay with the other children in Higgovol, Cape Town mansion, and they rented a room for him in Hout Bay. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. or 0500 to make sure that I am out of the house by 6 o'clock a.m. To take the children to school. They had other drivers as well, but I did most of the driving and things for them. At the time, I was underage, and did not have a driver's license. Duperez said he regretted meeting Jones and Dutoit. And wondered what his life would have been without them. I could have spent so much time with my biological mother and not missing out on all those years, because now the only memories I have of my mom are the happier years from the age of 7 until she got sick of cancer and she died in 2015. So there you go. That is fucked up. So I pulled up a video here of sort of a timeline of their abuse. And here is sort of this. This was back in 2019. It looks like this was some accusations brought up against Ninja, I guess, right? Against Die Antwoord's rapper Joaquin Tudor Jones, aka Ninja. So Ziani pressing sexual assault charges against Die Antwoord's Ninja. The question saw Ziani detail incident in which Ninja threatened her, trafficked her to South Africa, and with the intent of having sex, and shared unsolicited explicit images of her dating back to 2013. Now Ziani Sparks is seeking legal action against Jones. As Sydney Morning Herald reports, the 26-year-old rapper has filed a police report in Queensland against Jones. The report alleges that Sparks is a victim of revenge porn and accuses Jones of sexually assaulting her in South Africa in 2013. Jeez Louise. The relationship between Sparks and Die Antwoord began in June 2013 after Jones' partner Yolandi Visser reached out to the 19-year-old Sparks on Instagram. I saw your Tumblr. Very cool. How can I get in touch with you? Visser wrote in a comment on Sparks' post. Ziani and Visser then connected through email, where Visser suggested that she and Ninja link up with Sparks next time they are on tour in Australia. Yo, 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 Skull of Foxes, what's pumping? Your style is on point. Ninja showed me your Tumblr blog. I like it. I like. He also gonna say hi to you. Will be cool to hang and get high as fuck when I come to Australia next time. Jesus, I'm trying to read these shorthands. Jones proceeded to send Sparks half a dozen messages within 24 hours, an interaction that left Sparks feeling absolutely overwhelmed. He referred to Yolandi as his little sister, basically disassociated their relationship. Sparks told SMH. Within the next couple of days, the correspondence became more intense. I was receiving up to 6 emails from him per day, and I replied twice. I was quite overwhelmed. Shortly after they connected, Die Antwoord flew Ziani to Australia, from Australia to Cape Town, a trip that allegedly resulted in Ziani being sexually assaulted by Jones after she was pressured to consume magic mushrooms in the wilderness with him. What the fuck?
So yeah, he basically took her out to the wilderness of South Africa and raped her under the influence of magic mushrooms. And there is no allegedly. No, this is facts, bro. This is facts.
He's like, let's take some mushrooms and go into the woods.
That being said, not victim blaming, but if this is your first time meeting somebody and they fly you out the country on some flued out type shit, please refrain from drugs and alcohol if you can. Okay? Like, we got to be clear, sober, moral, prudent beings during this time period. Because unfortunately, people do prey on you and they try to do things to get you to slip up. Now, this wasn't in this article yet, but from what I'm hearing is Ninja actually got this person's boss to spike their drink while she was on a call with Ninja, because what was supposed to happen was Ninja was supposed to come to Australia, but they reversed it, and Ninja got this Australian artist on a plane to South Africa, hit her with the mushrooms, hit her with the grape, and yeah, that's where we are with it, bro.
Which, I like doing that. I was just in shock. I wouldn't discuss it, she said. I might be young, naive, dumb, but I knew what had just happened, but I didn't know how to address it, and I didn't feel safe to address it. In the music video for The Question, Sparks shares receipts and screenshots of interactions she had with both Visser and Jones over the year alleging abuse. All I wanted was to move on with my life and leave their shit behind, she wrote in a video description. I wanted to draw the line and finally speak the truth and stand up for myself. I can see through you people and I'm no longer afraid of you. Jones has denied all allegations that has been made against him. And here's her video. Die Antwoord was recently removed from a series of festival lineups following allegations of hate crimes. The band were dropped from Louder Than Life and Life is Beautiful after footage emerged of them hurling homophobic abuse at Andy Butler of Hercules during their appearance at Future Music Festival in Adelaide. So there you go. They got all kinds of shit stacked up against them on this shit. Let's check out this video. And let's see, we'll see what conclusions we can come to here.
The fact that the South African duet has become famous for their shocking and sometimes bizarre visuals and lyrics that feature Afrikaans and cursing, then you might have heard about them for another much more serious reason in recent days. In the past, the band was involved in several scandals, yet this one seems to have shocked fans of the duo the most, as their adopted son had accused the two of physical and intimate abuse, exploitation and slavery. As soon as the report by now 20-year-old Gabriel Toki de Pries had been released, it made headlines around the world. What exactly did he claim had happened to him while living with his adopted parents? Why did the two allegedly make him believe he was the devil? According to Toki, just how has the pair treated his minor sister? What were some of their past controversies? And has the duo responded to these claims? Stay with us until the very end to find out all about the scandals surrounding the controversial duo. But before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the hottest celebrity gossip.
Okay.
For those who might not be aware who exactly Die Antwoord is, let us give you a quick explanation. The act consists of the main duo Henri Dutoit, who is known as Jolandi Visser, and Watkin Tudor Jones, who goes by his stage name Ninja. The two were previously in a relationship and in 2005 welcomed a daughter, 16 Jones, as well as 3 adoptive children, the aforementioned Toki and his sister Maisie, and another adopted son, Jamail. Also part of the group is DJ Hightech. The group's name translates to The Answer in the Dutch-based South African language Afrikaans. As for their music, it has been described as being heavily opinionated, suggestive and highlighting the Zef culture, which is a term used to represent working-class white South Africans. Die Antwoord has also made their international debut in 2009 with the release of the album SOS, and the first music video for their album single Enter the Ninja became a viral success and gained them popularity and a decent amount of global recognition. As a result, not too long after their introduction into the world of music, they had signed a deal with an American label. Now, despite still being an up-and-coming group at the time whose fan base was still growing, they would soon find themselves under some heat when their 2012 video had sparked backlash and criticism for being racist. One of the first scandals that featured the music video for the song Fatty Bum Bum had shown Yolanda.
There you go. I remember this.
Oh no.
And here's the thing, I didn't.
Oh no. Oh, hey, Scotty Pierre. Welcome to the party. Appreciate you, big dog. Oh no. I didn't know Yolandi went full blackface, chat. I had no idea Yolandi went full blackface. Like I said, I don't watch their music videos. I don't partake in their music because it's trash to me. But nobody ever told me that Yolandi was doing blackface, my nigga. Like, Scotty Pierre, I got a pinned comment up there, and it is a link to the Discord. You can go ahead and drop your music in that link. I would prefer music videos. SoundCloud link, music videos, yeah. But yeah, we looking at these weirdos from South Africa. They out here doing SA, blackface, slavery, all types of weirdo shit.
When I first saw this video a long time ago, it never occurred to me that this is, oh my god, this is horrible blackface. I mean, now that things are going on, it's just like, this is kind of fucked up, but I don't know, man. At the time, I don't remember this being so offensive that I was like, these guys need to never fucking work again. But
the signs were there.
I mean, it's kind of fucked up. Taking a step back, you're just like, oh shit.
And in blackface. According to a report by The Guardian at the time, the video was praised for effectively parodying Western culture. However, the use of blackface had turned the attention from the positive aspects of the video. Though it is worth noting that according to reports, this would not be the only criticism of racism the band received. In a 2014 video, the group had done blackface again, causing even more backlash. Yeah. In a video for the song Ugly Boy, a man is seen wearing not only makeup to darken his skin, but also an afro wig.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What the fuck? God damn it.
Also is wearing a hooded sweatshirt that reads, "Hello, my name is God." Despite the fact that the video had quite a few notable celebrities in it, such as Cara Delevingne, Marilyn Manson, and Jack Black, the racial aspect of the clip was the thing that most people focused on. Now, speaking of Manson, if you want to know more about the allegations about the shock rocker, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. For now, make sure to stay with us until the end to find out about Die Antwoord's latest scandal. But the controversial musicians had found themselves under fire for other reasons as well. In 2019, Australian artist Ziani Sparks had come forward to talk about her relationship with group frontman Ninja after filing a police report against him. As per the Sydney Morning Herald, they initially made contact when Yolandi messaged her in 2013, the same year she and Ninja ended their romantic relationship. According to reports, it was also at the time that Ninja allegedly began aggressively pursuing Sparks, and when she flew to meet him in South Africa, Ziani claims that she had her drink spiked. She also alleged that the artist intimately and physically abused her to the point she lost consciousness. As of the time this video was made, it is not known whether any investigation is still pending. Though not long after Ziani told her story, another singer named Diona Del Monte came out and accused Ninja of also assaulting her in Italy. It seems that 2019 was not a good year for the band, as around the same time, a 2012 video of the duo...
They look like some tweakers, and these are the tweakers you find behind 7-Eleven chat. This shit's crazy. And they're out here doing SAs, bro. Like, this female was from Australia, and they flew her out, gave her mushrooms, SA'd her. She ended up putting out a diss track against them, and she leaked all the DMs and shit. But man, it's just a crazy predicament, and it makes my blood boil. It makes me sick type shit. But we're gonna go ahead and get a couple of these music submissions popping off so we can just kind of lighten the mood, you feel me? And we're gonna get back. We got this South African group, bruh. We got Ninja, this nigga with no fade, and then we got basically Gollum. Alright, that's Yolandi. And they out here doing all types of demonic shit. They doing Illuminati rituals. They doing slavery. They kidnapping niggas. They all over the place, bruh. So we gonna get back into this video. This Australian bride here, she got flued out. They drugged her up. And man, let's just get back into it, man. They did her dirty, cuz.
Began aggressively pursuing Sparks, and when she flew to meet him in South Africa, Ziani claims that she had her drink spiked. She also alleged that the artist intimately and physically abused her to the point she lost consciousness. As of the time this video was made, it is not known whether any investigation is still pending. Though not long after Ziani told her story, another singer named Diona Del Monte came out and accused Ninja of also assaulting her in Italy. It seems that 2019 was not a good year for the band, as around the same time, a 2012 video of the duo involved in a physical spat with the music DJ Andy Butler appeared online. According to media reports at the time, Yolandi was hers using a homophobic slur, and Ninja had assaulted him. As a result, the group was dropped from the lineup of several festivals they were set to appear at. However, it seems that the most recent accusations against the band have been the most shocking yet. As we previously mentioned, while still together, Jones and Dutoit had adopted a pair.
That's what I was saying. Like, she is pretty hot, though.
You gotta stop, bro.
All those ladies were hot, too. Those other singers were pretty hot. I mean, Yolandi, there's something so weird about her. It's like, there's something super sexy about her weird fucking shit, but
she gonna give you an STD that you can't cure, bruh. She gonna give you some new STD that we don't even got any type of knowledge about yet. She gonna give you the COVID of STDs. You stay away from that box, bruh. You a freaky frog too. Alright, I see it in you. He trying to... Nah, bruh, she a criminal.
They're just sitting there like, if she's in there like fucking helping him sex traffic women down to South Africa so he can do weird shit to them, then what the fuck, and like abusing their children, and that's so ugly, man. So ugly.
Pair of siblings, Gabriel Toki Dupreez and his sister Maisie, and it is the now 20-year-old Toki that is speaking up about what he and his sister had endured while living with the artists. They had adopted Dupreez and his minor sister under foster parenting agreements and would use them as actors and props in a number of their very successful shows, albums, and videos. While Toki is no longer living with the duo, his sister is still in their custody, though according to him, she lives full-time with another family in Johannesburg. When he was a child and living with his biological family...
They was with that daddy long neck nigga back in the day? No Diddy. The daddy long neck nigga? He had the little boy that was with him too with the weird neck. He kind of looked like him, low-key.
Living conditions were far from the glamorous mansion he would live with with the artists. Dupreez and his brother would often share a room in the house while they rented out the rest of the rooms. In an interview, he revealed that the duo made a foster care agreement with his mother after they saw him walking from school. News 24 obtained a copy from the foster care agreement signed in 2013 between Dupreez's now deceased mother, Josephine, and the Die Antwoord, and they agreed to protect and nurture the boy, offer him a safe, healthy environment of positive support, provide him a safe and secure home, and educational improvement.
Moving Dutchman, welcome in, my friend. Yeah, we're gonna start it on your stream, buddy. We're gonna do a raid train for Amber Heard. Let's do a raid train for Amber Heard. We're raising money for Amber Heard. Now that she was found guilty of defamation and for defecation. She's found guilty of defamation and defecation. Yeah, we're doing it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
They got my nigga in a 6X hoodie. Hoodie big as hell, bro.
Send her a $57 check. Yeah, she's gonna need more than that. She's gonna need more than that. What's going on, Moving Dutchman? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. You missed the live verdict. You missed it. You missed it, bruh. It's okay. You're here now, and now we're going over Die Antwoord and all the shit that they've done over the years that's getting them canceled.
As per the publication, Toki's version of events corroborated by other witnesses and evidence called into question whether the duo complied with any of the legally required terms. Where his minor sister is concerned, the publication states that a similar agreement was made. In an interview with a South African news outlet News 24, as well as a video interview he had made with the band's former filmmaker Ben J. Crossman, Toki had accused the duo of adopting him to be a slave. He revealed that they had made him feel like he really was one and believed that he wasn't really being loved. While allegedly things started off fine at the beginning, it wouldn't be long.
I would say it's borderline cult, you know, like he's got cult leader energy. I would say Yolandi, like, people say she's hot. People say she's cute. She gives me art school girl vibes, to be honest with you. Like, it's nothing overly sexy about her, but I could see, like, back in my college days during art school, I see some chicks like her, and they be into some freaky shit. And I'd probably be into some freaky shit, too, if I was fucking with her. But, like I said, she gonna give you an STD that's uncurable, my nigga. She gonna give you some new shit that they ain't got a prescription for. So it ain't even worth it in the grand scheme of things. And this her baby daddy. Let's not forget, this also her baby daddy. They acting like they besties and friends, but they do have a daughter, which they named a number. Yeah, their daughter named 16. I don't know, like that shit weird to me. You named your daughter a number? That should have been a red flag right there. But this nigga overly horny for Yolandi. I can't continue with that freaky frog shit. We need to lock both of these niggas up. We need to send this nigga wherever Diddy is, get him out of here, deport this bitch, get her out of here.
Until the atmosphere changed, and as the 20-year-old revealed, he was forced to record
Why
video.
don't ICE ever deport the niggas that need to be deported, bruh? Let's start there. They were here. Man, don't get me started on ICE, but man, they need to deport the niggas that need to be deported. All right.
Degrading and swearing at his biological family for being poor. Dupree's claimed that Jones and Dutoit promised to take good care of him, but they were never around and were always busy and on tours. Most of the time, he was.
Wait a second, that was what? Because we watched that. He was in the pool and he was saying "fuck you," and so they made him direct that at his poor parents. That's fucked up. Tell your parents they're poor, and fuck them, and that you're the devil. Man. Yo, let's just see Yolandi in that hot jumper, though. Let's go.
Alone at home with an au pair. It was also reported that Dupree's received homeschooling up to grade 9, but dropped out after. Toki also revealed that he is a sufferer of a rare skin disease called hypothyroidric ectodermal dysplasia, the common symptoms of which includes sparse scalp and body hair, reduced ability to sweat, and missing teeth. As a result, he claims the duo had made him believe he was the devil. Speaking of News 24, he said, "They made me swear more and made me believe that I could burn people in hell, and that I am the king of hell. They told me that I could bring darkness upon the world." But the allegations only got more
And then
serious from there
stab
on
your
then.
brother,
People
yeah.
also alleged that the duo would in the past force him and his sister to undress in front of them anytime they purchased them new clothes, and if they refused to do so, they would be punished. While recalling the horrors that Dupree's claims he went through while under Die Antwoord's care, he talked about an incident where he was 13 years old. It was during a house party that Yolandi had asked him to spend some time with her in a room, but upon walking in, he saw her naked, laying with her legs open and vomiting all over. He stated that the worst part of all that was seeing his supposed-to-be mother being naked and intoxicated, and he found that, as well as the fact that she wanted to spend time with him while naked, to be very disturbing. So this would not be the only time that Toki would have been allegedly subjected.
Look at her, bruh. She looked like a tweaker. She looked like a tweaker, bruh. Like, and
to intimate material by the pair, as according to the interview, in the past, Jones had shown him an explicit video that was sent to him by a former girlfriend. At the time, the 20-year-old claims he was 11. In the interview with Crossman, Gabriel had also alleged that in the past, he had hurt his older brother with a knife, leaving him needing hospital treatment. Though instead of getting angry at their adopted son, Jones and Dutoit had allegedly congratulated him and later emulated a scene using children in a 2019.
You don't know who Die Antwoord? I'm a rich bitch. Moving Dutchman, you gotta look up some Die Antwoord.
No, you don't.
Their music is pretty fucking awesome, though.
This shit trash.
Yeah, but they are aliens. Hey, Mr. Poopy Butthole. I get all the best screen names coming through this chat. Welcome in, Mr. Poopy Bowl. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Moving Dutchman has quite a little mouth on him, doesn't he? You know, people make fun of the Brits for having bad teeth, but I don't think I've seen a nice set of teeth on any of these people. Bonnie, I think you're right. I think it's all the years of inbreeding. And these Dutch imperialists and their inbreeding. Mr. Poopy Butthole, how you doing today? Welcome in. We're just going over some Die Antwoord. Apparently, Die Antwoord is the worst people on Earth. So much worse than Joseph Stalin. Worse than
Hitler,
Mussolini. Yeah. Worse than Genghis Khan. Let's go.
In music video. But while Toki has now left a duo and is living on his own, as we mentioned before, his sister is still under their custody. But the 20-year-old claims that the 14-year-old no longer wants to visit her adoptive parents because, as he claims in an interview, each time she does, they ask her to get naked. Speaking in front of the camera, Toki had stated that last December, Ninja and others had allegedly taken Maisie to a sauna and everyone was naked, and that they wanted her nude as well. In the interview, he also claims that each time he calls the family, they ask if his sister is pregnant yet. But speaking of Crossman, who filmed Toki's story, he himself had talked about the...
Wait, this is like, is your sister pregnant yet? I'm hoping... This is weird. These fucking
What's wrong with these niggas, bro?
Allegations against the duo. He claimed that he first met Ninja when he was 16 and the artist 21, when he would visit their school and smoke a green plant with the kids. Speaking with News 24, he said that he knew Die Antwoord were not good people, but he was blinded by his ambition, and at the time, he too had his own problems. Speaking of how Ninja was with his adoptive children, he said that he would talk to them as if they were adults, showing them explicit content and talking to them about illegal substances and gangster life, thus manipulating their young minds. The man also added that he regrets not intervening earlier. According to a report from NME, who reached out to the duo's reps, Die Antwoord don't agree with Toki's statements, though they had also stated that the artist had always denied any allegations against them. So curious, what are your thoughts on these claims? Do you believe Toki? Have you heard of these or the past allegations against him?
Well, there it is, guys. There is a Die Antwoord just out there living their fucking gangster life. It's always weird how people still want to be around. Like once you reach this level of fame, they still want to just do all this debaucherous shit. I mean, I guess that's what money allows you, right? Money allows you to do all the debauchery you want with zero to no, consequence. So, yeah, there they go. Again, Yolandi is pretty hot. She's pretty hot.
You gotta stop it, bro.
For an abuser.
Is that a Tony Gonzalez jersey though?
So yeah, man, that's crazy. Let's get some of these. If all of this is true, how are they not in prison? I'm not saying he is lying. I'm unfamiliar with the laws in South Africa. That's true. That's a good point.
Terrible point.
Forever love these guys. Wish they were still pumping it out. Josh Hayes is not affected at all by any of that. This person says ew, and then Josh Hayes says your face. And then Hydro Hyperdive says, I honestly believe there's issues on both sides and I don't see why people act as surprised. It's almost as if people forget that just because you're famous doesn't mean that you can't be bad. Either way, I still enjoy their music and don't really care about this BS. Oh, look at that. They get bored of living the normal life, I guess. But what part of jet setting around the world, performing to thousands of people at a time, making large sums of money is normal? How many people's life is that? Like that is not a normal thing. You'd think that would be enough, right? You'd think that they're just, I don't think they ever lived a normal life. No, probably not. I'm sure they came from some poor ass background and fucking had to come up scrapping, probably was involved with drugs and gangster shit.
No, they weren't, bro. These niggas from art school, South African art school, like apartheid South Africa, silver spoon, white side, not the black side.
Before they got famous. So I can only imagine that they were they probably fucking living through their own trauma and then just fucking, again, unlimited amounts of money, compiled with all that past trauma and their association with fucking gangsters and the criminal element. All that money, all that tension, drugs, alcohol, all of that shit compounds into fucked up behavior. I mean, look at, we just saw how Amber Heard, we've spent the last 6 weeks going over Amber Heard and her bullshit and Johnny Depp. Those two unmitigated power and money and fucking and lust and drugs and alcohol. I mean, it just makes for toxic situations, man. And fame also fucks everything up too. It's wild. I like Die Antwoord's music, but I don't think they made any effort to parent Toki or his sisters. They seem like they believe their own propaganda.
All right, so let's get into some of these comments from Reddit. So, thoughts on Die Antwoord, and this is a little more recent one. This is from 7 months ago. I actually want to get into some of these older posts from them, just because, like, they pretty much were loved until a couple years ago when they started getting canceled. So this is from about a year ago. Hip Hop 101 subreddit. How do you guys feel about Die Antwoord? I'm sorry, I still can't say this shit. You might as well call me Eminem, because I can't say this shit, bro. Anyway, they say, I'm from their hometown, Cape Town, South Africa. I've worked with a lot of artists they've worked with here. Nobody I talk to seems to like them or their music. I do understand the disdain for them because they are culture vultures who stole black and brown artist styles and sounds, but they were also described as horrible people. They even use poor rappers here as ghostwriters and totally use them for their slang and lingos being used on the streets. But they are also hated for their negative sides they portray of Cape Town, like the gangsterism image when they were never in a gang or lived that lifestyle. Told you, our school. Most CPT rappers here are conscious or party music types, and those in most cases, those guys are real gangsters, so understand their hate. So how does other countries people feel about Die Antwoord? So comment section saying, I watched the documentary, which to my understanding perfectly encapsulated them. Great, surreal, abrasive imagery, little content below that level. I saw some older threads about how brilliant Ninja was to turn over a persona into one of mocking they were to become, but the documentary fairly well poos on that whole idea. Sorry, I butchered that sentence. I tried looking into some of the songs to go through the lyrics, and it all seemed like hot garbage that people trying to post themselves into an idea of cool or an image of culture, in this case Zeph. Lots of flash cool visuals, a decent enough DJ, and otherwise little substance. The interviews with the documentary helped confirm for me how little is beneath that layer for both of them. Facts. Like, the artistic direction is cool. It's like some 2010s Tumblr shit that I could probably relate to back then. But the music, trash. And they're definitely appropriating a culture that isn't theirs. So, yeah, this didn't have too many comments on it. But for the most part, it is kind of going on along the sides that they're kind of trashy people. People are saying they're racist, homophobic, sexual abusers, and just trashy people. Which, if you go back to what I was saying earlier, we probably do need to take people for their face value and their image. Not necessarily saying that we need to, you know what, maybe I am saying it. Maybe we do need to, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to go in on y'all right now. But I got a couple more threads from Reddit talking about this Die Antwoord cast. They said, how do the South African media and wider public view the band Die Antwoord today? I cannot say this shit right, bruh. Die Antwoord, man. My American brain wants to pronounce it die so bad, but it's Die Antwoord. They're saying they pariahs. Some defend their name against all accusations. Are they big celebrities? If you see them in the same restaurant you're in, is it a big deal? They said I cannot speak for everyone but myself, but they are largely forgotten. Cannot remember the last time I've heard of them until this. Somebody said I don't care for them, neither does my circle of friends. They have proven themselves to be exploitative, derivative, privileged white kids trying to make it big by pretending to be Zeph. But hey, to each their own. So Zeph in this context relates to the South African, basically hood style. So they're basically putting on blackface. We already saw her put on blackface earlier, but like they're still doing the blackface. So yeah, they said they're under a bit of a dark cloud, so largely ignored. I think no, we don't like it when people exploit children and behave badly towards women and vulnerable citizens. We're also a little embarrassed, but not so happy with Elon Musk and his recent antics. I speak for myself here. So these South Africans chiming in. Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here. So we're going to go thoughts on Die Antwoord from the Fantano Forever subreddit, which should be pretty interesting. They called them actual scum. As we seen earlier, Danny Brown accuses Die Antwoord Ninja of sexual assault. And they said this is tame compared to their other allegations. Dreadful music, dreadful people. They said I disagree with the music part. Their music is actually good. Downvote. I thought their music was cringe in a fun way, but I've only heard awful things about them as people. Facts. Evil fucks. They've had some great singles early on, but they never put out a full length that was actually good. I really liked them in the movie Chappie, but then I looked them up and wow, such horrible people. I still like their performances and I separate them, but I'm definitely not going to give them flowers. Gotta separate the artist from the art. They said if they died, it'd be pretty okay. Like having small pain and the loss of any human life is tragic. Then I'd shrug and go for a walk or something. It's always a shame when a person is neat. Haircut turns out to be a worse. Nigga, neat haircut. The small one, Yolandi, usually has a neat haircut. I don't know. No, she doesn't, bro. She's cooked. She looks like, like I said, like meth addicts, bro. Vanity, welcome to the party. Salute you. Yeah, straight meth addicts. Tweakers that you will find behind 7-Eleven looking for their next fix. So, I ain't rocking with Die Antwoord. Niggas is trash, bro. And we've already basically given them an hour and a half and the stream earlier. We went in on these niggas. And I think that's enough for me for today about the Die Antwoord debacle. These niggas got canceled. They're out of here. People don't give a fuck about them anymore. We saw Yolandi in blackface. We saw Ninja sexually assault Danny Brown. I don't think there's anything else to cover here. They're terrible people. They're doing slavery. They're doing essay. So that being said, we're going to wrap this up with the Die Antwoord trilogy. Fuck these niggas, bruh.